That's the whole thing with the sandcastles right there, man, because like, look, you don't know. And like this is like completely out of your control. There's nothing you could do. It's literally a sandcastle that got built and the water just came and swept it away. There's nothing you could do. You got to rebuild. And like, man, what a devastating thought. But like your recovery was amazing. You know, you came out of it like an hour and you're like, I'm good now. You know, and
Yeah.
it's back to the drawing board. But like these are the things we deal with, man. And it's not just in music, but it's life too. It's like we just deal with these things constantly where you just wake up and all of a sudden that's gone. Yeah, how long did you work on that for, man? That was like one of your best performance songs. One of my
Exactly. So
favorite mixes I've ever done.
yeah,
It's disappointing.
it is really disappointing, but that's when I realized like happiness can be a choice. And this is just a small thing, like how important is a song? Like not that important, right? But it translates to everything. Like that's why I say happiness can be a choice because I like to take Keanu Reeves as an example. Like I don't know if you know his story. I don't know in detail, but he's like his father walked out his life when he was younger. His mother died at a young age. Then his wife and their unborn child they died at the same time.
Oh
Like
wow.
his friend overdosed. Like I might be mixing some of the details up. Like I'm not sure, but it's like if you read his story, it's crazy. Like how can someone survive that? It's insane. But if you look at him now, he's still happy. He's still successful. He's still really humble. Like how do you recover from that? Like that's crazy. And then you realize also with the harsh stuff like this, like happiness is still a choice. Like if you can still find that gratitude in your heart, even though it's really hard to do that when something like that happens, right? But the fact that people still recover from it kind of proves that's possible.
Yeah, yeah, that kind of hit home for me. It's pretty heavy stuff and makes me think of Wim Hof because I didn't even know his story until recently. But like, you know, his wife committed suicide and he found her on the floor, and he describes her as that was his soulmate. You know, and that like my wife's my soulmate. Like that's my everything, and like I could connect to that, and like just trying to imagine what Keanu Reeves went through, and then Wim Hof or these other people, and not only did they go through it, but they came out on top. Like you say, it's a choice. It's a very heavy thing to put on your mind, but like you know, it really is, man. It's just like something we need to move on from. It's the sandcastles because that's just really what our life is, and like we have to continue on somehow. And
Exactly. And especially like it's gonna take time. Like it's not that the next day you're gonna be happy again. My mom just walked in. Hey mom, thanks.
hey, mom.
Uh, she's not hearing you because of my earphones in, but so what I was talking about?
We're going over Wim Hof,
Oh
and
yeah, yeah,
then
the
just
happiness. Like the next day, like you're gonna not gonna be happy the next day again. Like if you lose someone you love, it's not the next day you wake up all happy. Of course not. It's gonna take time, maybe a year, maybe 10 years, but still, it is a choice. Like that's what I truly believe.
yeah, man. I do agree with you completely. I do. I mean, as you know, like I just recently lost my sister, and that was a pretty rough one on me, and um, definitely didn't expect it. You know, it just came out of nowhere, and so like I go back to those moments, and like the first week was rough, like super rough. Like I was crying a lot and very sad. But I think you and I talked, and then I just remember going to a moment of like, you know what, I'm gonna be happy for the moments I had for with her. You know, I'm not gonna soak in the sorrow of her being gone. Like I'm gonna sit back and think about all these good moments we had and all these things that she taught me and her laugh and you know what she's done for her kids and I started like really get deep in my mind of like man she was such a good person and like I'm like she lived a great life and like why am I gonna sit back and be sad for her being gone? I don't think she would like that. You know, I
And
think she
that's
wants me to be happy. So
yeah. If she could look, like maybe she's looking, we don't know, but of course she would wish that for you. And that's the yin yang again. Like you feel sad because you felt so happy during that time.
yeah.
So how cool is it that you feel grateful and you can look back on a happy time? And that's the reason why you feel sad. So the moment you realize that, like, ah, geez, I'm still grateful for the times we had.
Yeah, you know, it's almost liberating in a way because like that sadness takes over you like a darkness, like it's a plague, you know, and then and it really gets you into your head of like almost a victim because you're like, why was this person taken? And you get to start asking all these questions in your head that will never get answered because nobody will know the answers of it. So, I think that like truly the best thing you could do is just to try to think about the good times, and like, it's just liberating. Like it frees your mind.